you're angry. It's okay.
I'm not angry. Except when you keep repeating, you're angry. And that shit's fucking annoying. Like a fucking gnat at a barbecue. Just bugging the fuck out of me.
Good. I want you to say, I'm angry. It's okay. I'll process my anger. I love myself. Woozah.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking.
And boom, episode 54. If I'm talking loud, is because I'm testing something out. I checked the audio. I was listening to the audio on the last one. And I'm like, it sounds kind of low. So I don't know if it's me not speaking loud enough because, I don't want to blow out someone's eardrums when they're listening to me, or, the microphone settings. So yeah, so this is like a test phase right now. So anyways, I am late again. It's actually Wednesday, the day I dropped this. So yeah, and it's work time. So yeah, I got a lot of things going on too. So let me start off by saying, if you are watching this, I will be licking my lips a lot. I don't know what's happened this year, but it started earlier this year, right? I never had this issue. For some weird reason, like my lips have been chapped, right? And I'm like, I'm drinking my water. I'm not dehydrated by any means. I'm always drinking water. I'm doing the Aquaphor or whatever the fuck you put on your lips. I've been trying everything, right? And in the morning, they're just chapped as shit. And then it starts like that, and then by like 1 p.m. I'm normal again. So I don't really know what the fuck it is. Never had this issue. So I've been licking my lips a lot and drinking a lot more and more water. I'm just like, how much fucking water you need me to drink? 7 gallons? But yeah, so if you see that on here and you see me drinking water right now, like, that's why. Because, this camera's all in my face. Your boy gets insecure. Especially because, people, that's what people do these days. They just look at something, they'll look at you and be like, why does he keep doing that? Or why is he sitting forward? Or why is he, you know what I'm saying? But that's the reason why. So if you see me licking my lips a lot, that's why. Anyways, so moving on. Where did we leave off with? Well, let me tell you what's going on first. Let's go what's going on right now. So right now, there's this hurricane supposed to hit Georgia, right? It's called, what the fuck is it called? It's always, it started off with like white names, and now it's like Spanish. It's like they're mixing it up, like hurricane. I don't know. I think it's something with an I, Irelia. But then it'd be like Hurricane Ignacio or Aurelio or some shit like that. And then it's like Hurricane Jack. So I want to be the person who makes up the names, because I would make up like, this is Hurricane Bartholomew coming through. So I would love to be the person who makes up the hurricane names. But anyway, so right now we're in a state of emergency. My job said everybody work from home. And, last night it was like just a regular storm, rainstorm with thunders and shit. Nothing crazy, nothing blew over or whatever. But yeah, so it's supposed to be like that. We're under state of emergency until, I think somebody said September 8th, which I was like, damn. How long is this? How long? I thought this shit travels quick. So yeah. And, I kind of like that about Georgia. Like, any sign of panic, they try to shut down quick and try to, do things, you know, before anything happens. Damn, I couldn't find the word because I'm an idiot now. All this working has made me dumb. Not socializing with people has made me dumb. So anyway, I couldn't find the word. So yeah, they try to do all these preventative measures. There you go. Boom. And it's unlike when I was up north. When I was up north, they didn't give a fuck. There'll be like a blizzard. They'll be like, all right, there's going to be like 14 feet of snow. And they'll just suggest other routes to go to work and shit. They won't tell you to stay home. They didn't give a shit. They'll be like, all right, so it's going to be 14 feet of snow. I just need you guys to take Route 22 to, get here to here. And I'm like, what the fuck? Here? Man, they let you know right ahead. Like, listen, in 2 days, There's gonna be a crazy thunderstorm. I need you to get your water. I need you to get bread. I need you to stay indoors and hide. And sometimes the event never happens, which makes me laugh. Like, so everybody goes into this crazy panic, and then nothing happens, and we're like, oh, okay. But yeah, that's the difference. I'd rather them do that than not care. Like up north, they didn't give a shit. That's exactly what they do. They just tell you, all right, just take the bus here and then take a train here, and you should get to work on time. Fine. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, show some compassion here. But what else? Did I have anything for today? I forgot how I left off the last one. Let me see my notes. Checking the notes. Oh, let me do this. All right, so I know what I got. Okay. Let me do this one. All right, so if you guys have an iPhone, and I think everybody should now, right? My kids were telling me like my middle child, she's getting to the age where she's gonna have a phone coming, January. Both my daughters are born in January, right? And then a day after each other. So my oldest is the 18th and my middle child is the 19th. How the fuck that happened? Who knows, right? So she's getting to the age where she's gonna have a phone, and then I was like, "So you decided you a Apple person, you an Android person?" She looked at me like I was stupid. She was like, "What kind of question is that?" I'm like, "What? So what is it?" She was like, "Apple." And I was like, "Okay, I didn't know. Some people like Android." And she was like, "Dad, if you have an Android phone in school, they would make fun of you every day." And I was like, "Really?" And she was like, "Yeah, you're not supposed to have an Android phone in school." And I was like, wow, that's crazy because I was like, in the outside world, there is a division. Like some people just can't stand Apple phones and some people are Android people. So I'm just like, it's crazy how she's like, yeah, that's a stupid question. When I'm like, well, your mom was an Android person. I know that she's now recently Apple, but she's been Android all her years. So I was just wondering. So yeah, she was like Apple. But anyway, so if you have an iPhone, I don't know why I said all that shit, but if you have an iPhone, right? And you get the Apple News alerts. I get Apple News alerts. That's how I stay in touch with what's going on. I never even click in the links. I just look at the headline and I'm like, okay, that's going on in the world, and then I move on, right? So, um, this is what I hate with Apple News. I don't know if you guys get this, but I hate this with Apple News, right? So they'll say like, uh, Batman actor dies at 47. And you're like, holy fuck. You see that headline and you're like, well, you're thinking like, which one, right? First of all, you're thinking which one? You're like, oh shit, is it Robert Pattinson? Oh shit, is it Christian Bale? Which fucking Batman? Michael Keaton? Who died, right? And then you click the link, right? And you think it's one of them, one of those main characters. And it's always a character that you barely noticed in the movie. And that might sound fucked up to say, but this is how they do it, right? Just so you could get in the article, that's how they word it. Because if they would have said like such and such names, like Charles died at 47 and stuff, people be like, who the fuck's Charles? And you got to look through this and about, oh, he was in Batman. He was like, what part was he in Batman? He was the Garbage Man 7. So I find it fucked up how they do that because I have been getting last week, they were like, Game of Thrones star dead at this age. I'm like, oh, holy shit, who is it? Who is it? So I click it, and then they'll say a name, James, and I'm like, who the fuck is James? And then they'll show a picture. I'm like, when was he in Game of Thrones? And then there'll be this only it's like a split second. They'll like film something and they'll pan the camera and he was in there for like 3 seconds and then they just fucking film away. So I'm just like, why do you guys do that? It's kind of like it's so fucked up on so many levels because people are gonna think the big names, right? They're gonna think main actors, like the main roster. And I'm not saying, people are sensitive. They're gonna be like, so what are you saying? Nobody else matters. I'm like, no, I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying when you see things like that, that's where your mind goes. You're thinking of the main cast. You're not thinking of, Garbage Man 7, Garbage Man 6, Thug 1, Thug 2. You're not thinking about guys like that. So I hate when they do that because it's been doing that all last week. People are just dropping left and right, and it's like they'll say big things. They'll say, I don't know what's a Breaking Bad star dies, and you'd be like, who? And you go on there, and it's always somebody who is not in the main cast. So, I don't know why they do that. I think that's kind of fucked up on a lot of levels, but I don't know. What do you guys think? I think it is. I know if you guys on the Apple News and then you're clicking those, I know you guys are thinking main cast people. There's never a point where you're like, oh, it was the clown guy in that one episode. I know you guys ain't thinking shit like that, so I'm curious. I hate those fake outs. What I put on here for my notes was Apple News fake outs because that's exactly what it is. But anyways, that wasn't what I wanted to talk about. So what I wanted to talk about was okay. Yes, yes, yes. It was the guy from what oh my god, I almost said Chick-fil-A. You know why? Because I was looking at my notes and a friend said I got Chick-fil-A last night, and I just read that and now I said that. Awful. Don't think I'm thinking Chick-fil-A right now because I'm not. But so I was on TikTok and I started following this guy. I wanted to put his information up, but it's really Kay. That's his information. So but I'll still put it if you guys are watching. I'll still put his stuff playing on the side of me so you can see. Anyway, he started this thing, and I think it's beautiful. I really love this idea, and I'm kind of mad I didn't do this shit. But then also, I don't want to be on the streets going up to random people and asking them questions. I really don't want to do that shit either. So what he started doing, he started going to women and asking them, like, this is what we were talking about last time. A thing right now, people are asking, what is your biggest ick about the opposite sex? So he started going and he started making a list because he not only started documenting, he started making a list in his phone. And I think it's a brilliant idea. It took me forever to screenshot all his shit because once he does the thing, he'll go through his whole list and he'll start adding. So right now he's like on number 96. And I think, I always wanted to do a segment on here. I think we should do like that, biggest icks. And then, I talk about a few because some make me laugh and some are just like ridiculous. But I'm glad he did it because it's gonna show if, a lot of women watch it, it's gonna show them how like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. It's like you can't win. There's no win situation in these things. So let me show you. Let me bring it up. And I'll have this list. Like I said, if you're watching, I'll have this list posted. Sorry. So from his first video, number one was don't smile/be happy. And this made me laugh because I wanted to see this video because I started he got in my algorithm like towards his 80s. So I never saw all the videos before his 80th video. But anyway, it made me laugh because I've seen women like that. Like something with women, you guys don't like it when men are like happy. If we're smiling all the time and just we look like just a ball of fucking sunshine, it kills you. I don't know why it kills you, but it does. It's like you guys try to find a way to bring us down. So if we're like riding this high of just happiness and shit, you guys will do something or say something that just will just shoot it down. So when I saw that, don't smile, don't be happy or be happy, I seen that. In my own relationship, in other people's relationship, like the girl would just look at the guy and be like, ugh. Like, what is ugh about us being happy? You know what I'm saying? We don't give if you're happy, guess what? If you're happy, we're happy. It should be vice versa too. So if we're happy, you should be happy. But it's not like that. So if we're happy, you guys are miserable. And I don't understand that. That's why I said I need like a female co-host sometimes. So I could just be like, why is that? And see, put the pressure on her. Let her explain for the women's side. So yeah, it just it throws me off sometimes. It's like, okay, so you're upset because I'm just having a blast right now with life. I'm loving life, and you don't like it. So yeah, that was the best one for number one to me. Number two, don't be truthful. Um, this is another one. I kind of experienced this too. Like, if you guys know me, I'm very honest with some things. So I tend to not. So I always say this, like, if you're gonna ask me something, make sure you really want to know the answer to it, because I have friends like this, and so I'm like this as well. Like, if I'm wearing something like this shit right now, if I'm wearing this, I'm like, yo, how do I look in this tank top? Like, hey man, you look awful. You look fat, and nobody wants to see this. Boom, done, noted. You know, I'm like, all right, cool, never wear this shit again. Boom. So that's how I am, and I'm truthful. So some people be like, they'll ask me like, they get their hair done and be like, so how does it look? And if you don't want the right answer, like, you don't know what the answer is gonna be. If I don't like it, I just be like, you know, it's okay. I don't really particularly like it, but maybe others will. I'll try to break it so it doesn't hit hard. But sometimes uh my brain works weird, and sometimes I'll just rapid fire. So, and then I don't know what I'll say. And sometimes it could offend people. So that's why I say, like, if you don't really want to know the truth, don't fucking ask it. But yeah, too truthful. That makes me laugh, because that's why a woman says that. Like, that's so when she's saying like, um, how do these shoes look? How do these things? And if we say terrible, you're in the doghouse. You're in the doghouse automatically. But if you lie, but oh, they look great. You should wear those. Then it makes them happy because they purchased it. Maybe they purchased it for a high amount and they wanted to get your attention or something. So yeah, it's like a mixed bag. You don't want to be too. Well, I mean, that's how I am. That's how I am. And sometimes, yeah, I see that you women do not, or even with guys too. You guys don't want to hear the truth. So I'm just like, now in this age and these sensitive times, I might be like, find another way to break it, or just don't fucking answer. I completely do that sometimes. They'll be like, "How my hair look?" I'm like, "Hey, did you see fucking?" That's how you do it. You just like overlap what they say really loud. They'll be like, "Do you think I look?" Hey man, did you see that episode last night about Suits? That's what I do, and I completely move on from the fucking question. So yeah, that's don't be truthful. That's number two. Number three is fucking hilarious, and this list, honestly, because I listen to podcasts. I'm always like jumping from podcasts and then all these docs and all these so I'm always seeing things like this. Like, this list is legit. It's legit. I've heard women say shit like this, because it's not it's probably on this list, but I don't have it. But I'm gonna bring it up when it does. I've heard a woman say if she sees a guy trip, that's it. That's the biggest biggest red flag, if a guy trips. So like that's not on this list yet, but we'll see. The more episodes go on, we'll go on with it. But number three is don't tie your shoes. I can see that as that being an issue for some women. Like, I don't know. It's weird because women don't want to see like weakness, but then they want you to be vulnerable. It's like, what? Like, they want you to be a manly man, but then they want you to cry sometimes. So it's just like, I don't know. And then if you do too much of one, it's a problem. So yeah, I don't know, but I could see this being a problem. I'm going to tie my shoes. That's why, I never, if my shoelaces are untied or some shit, I just tuck them shits in. Like, I tuck them in. Like, I don't do that anyway. So it's kind of funny because maybe it's automatically in my head. But yeah, I don't ever like, hold on, gotta bend down and tie my shoe. I never do that. And I guess I already knew this was a ick, because I don't know. Yeah. Or yeah, normally I just and I wear boots like got like a strap over. So maybe sometimes I'll strap, but that's like a buckle or some shit. But yeah, I don't tie my shoes. And then my dress shoes, I wear monk shoes. You guys don't know about monk strap shoes. I wear monk strap shoes, so they don't have laces. So I don't have this issue, but for guys out there, just letting you know, if you're going to tie your shoe in front of a girl, she's gonna be like, ill, ill. He's not manly. He's tying his shoe. She'd rather you. And see, it's a double-edged sword here. I said sword. What a fucking asshole. It's a double-edged sword here because if you don't tie your shoe and you fucking trip, it's like a double negative right there. Like, fuck, I didn't tie my shoe, so I tripped, and now you don't like me either way. Either way, I was gonna tie my shoe, you're not gonna like me, and then I trip, you're not gonna like me. So it's a mess. It's a mess. And you women need to see this fucking list. I think that what this guy did is brilliant. Man, I love it. I like every one of his videos because it's yeah, it's what us guys have to sit through and just be like, God damn it, can't win. Um, we'll stop at 4. Let's do store. Should I do 4 or 5? Okay. I'm trying to see like each episode. Should I do 4 or 5? Let's do 5 because 4 is 4. I get it. It's fast. Don't walk downhill. Which is, yeah, I get that one too because it's if you ever walk downhill, it's just like the fucking you're just like dragging, like your body is just lets go. You know what I mean? Like if you're not holding your ground while walking downhill, it's like you're goofy as hell. Like if you just try to walk downhill and not hold your body, you look goofy as hell. It's like your arms are just going everywhere, your body's going everywhere. You look stupid. So I get it. And that just goes with the categories like they want you more manly. So, you don't look manly if you're doing that. If you're just walking down and your body's flailing all over the place. So, I get it. That was funny though. And you guys, man, these lists is gold. Follow this guy, man. Follow this guy. It is gold. Okay, number 5. Don't be born on a certain month or listen to country music? Who the fuck said that? I would like to see that one. Don't be born on a certain month. Oh, I want to know which month she was talking about. Hopefully it's not November. Or listen to country music. Huh. I have to find number 5. I have to find the video for number 5. That's kind of crazy. Don't listen to country music. Listen, I like all type of music. I used to say a long time ago that I didn't like country music. I used to say that a long time ago, but I'm just like, that's not really true because there's some country songs I like, and I've said that. Damn, what episode is this? 54? Like probably episode in the top 10 episodes. I was talking about women lyrics, and then there was that one country song that I dug my key into this, or whatever the fuck that song is. I don't even know who sings it or the name of the song, but I like that. I like some country songs, so I can't say that. I like all types of music. Right now, I'm into like you guys hear like overseas music, that should be bumping. Like I'm listening to music where I can't understand the lyrics because they're in different languages, but like the rhythm and whatever they're saying, it just flows nice. So if you go on my thing, like my Apple search for songs, um, you'll see you're like, what the hell is this song? It's all in different languages. A lot of Brazilian music I like. What do they call that? I forgot what do they call it. Anyway, yeah, I kind of like music like that, so that's what I'm doing right now. Hold on, I forget, guys. I'm at work. Um, so yeah, things of that nature. But yeah, that's a good list, man. So all right, so the next episode we'll do the next 5. In the meantime, you guys should follow that guy K, or just put daily ick, and he should pop up, and just have fun, just laugh. That's what I do. I just sit there and laugh. But it is my time. I know this is a little earlier than it's like 6 minutes, but with the outro and everything, then it'll be fine. But yeah, I have to get to work always. Before I was doing this, I'm like, all right, so it's quiet, nobody's bothering me. let me jump on and do this. And then the moment I hit record and I start going, I got, fucking messages galore. People are texting me. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know why it does that, but it does that. But alrighty, guys. I'm hoping to survive this hurricane, this disaster. And if I do, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And I will see you on the next one later.
Oh, don't be angry.
I'm not angry. I think it's funny.